start at the beginning. You'd start at the start, and you'd have to tick a box. That box would go in this box, can go in this box, and this box can go in this box, and then it's done, then it's in the past, then it's documentation, then it goes online, then something else happens to it, then somebody thinks about it, then they remember it, then they misremember it, haven't checked in, it's on your timesheet, write something, leave it or rewrite it, play with conventions, put a quote at the start of the book. I've embraced in my mouth sufficient bread for 3.5 minutes, and through my powers of central perception. I'm retired to the privacy of my mind, my eyes and face assuming a vacant and preoccupied expression. I reflected on the subject of my spare time literary activities. One beginning and one ending for a book was a thing I did not agree with. A good book may have 3 openings entirely dissimilar and interrelated. Only presence of the author, and for that matter, 100 times as many endings.
Again.
No.
The voice of the mediator.
No, it's okay.
Let's fill in the gaps.
No, you're
what you said, son.
No, you can't.
Do you have a choice?
It's collapsing beneath its own weight.
No, you don't.
Would you?
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
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 No, you don't.
They do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
I absolutely do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I definitely do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you
I'm
don't.
gonna read and do. I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, 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 I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Read your text, but I'll provide some context.
I prefer if you do.
Reading is taken from this guy's book, S-P-L-I-T.
Split.
The book is comprised of distractions that collates the sparse written fragments of a zero-hour contractor and associate lecturer seeking agency through the acts of writing and making.
Yeah, okay.
Initially, it was written on a smartphone between 2013 and 2023.
You've heard this already.
The writer, the worker, worked zero-hour contract jobs in universities, museums,
They've already
and
heard
arts
this.
institutions in London.
Okay.
The nameless protagonist is only named by the many name badges he is obliged to wear.
Okay.
Split is a tapestry of observations,
Yeah, okay.
fictions,
Yeah.
and calculations from inside the institutions sustaining,
Yeah.
controlling,
Okay.
and propagating the flow of capital and culture through living bodies.
Yeah. Are you done? Yeah. Done. They made a stage. Again. Another one. Zero sits at a desk. Zero takes the pen. The pen wavers in Zero's hands as though reluctant to begin. Zero's fingers stiff and dry, and too many winters have been spent without gloves, gripped it awkwardly, and the chill in the room dulled his senses. Zero's breath rose in a faint grey wisp, evaporating almost instantly in the dim light. The bulb overhead, strung from a single frayed cord, hummed faintly as it swayed in the draught that snuck through the cracks in the window frame. Every object in the room seemed to bear the same resigned look. The table, worn smooth by cheap years of cheap dinners in desperate hands. The chair, with one uneven leg, propped up by a folded scrap of cardboard. Even the walls, damp and puckered like old skin, staggered under the weight of time. He was, again, a zero-hour contractor, a title that sounded vague enough to pass unnoticed but carried the weight of the modern economy's quiet cruelty. 0 hour, a phrase that stripped the day of its hours, the week of its structure, and the worker of any fucking security. It meant no guaranteed pay, no guaranteed hours. You were on call when they wanted you or needed you, invisible when they didn't. You couldn't predict the week ahead. You didn't plan holidays. You barely lived in any way most people thought of as living. You answered the phone when it rang and took what you were given, and counted yourself lucky if that you haven't been forgotten. All sounds fairly draconian. But you would rewrite. Zero sits in the room, Zero's an aspiring artist. And what I'll do is I have to work because I can't afford my rent, so I'll place myself in different contexts. I'll do tours of galleries. Or I'll lecture, and I'll stand, yeah, that's what I'll do, I'll lecture. I'll just do the work that I was meant to do. I'll do a job anyway, and then I guess if I still exist in 10 years' time, then I can somehow kind of fold that into a practice. But Zero's sitting at the desk. Zero has decided to write a poem. Dark suits shuffle where the shadows grow, preaching fear where the cold wind blows. Slow moons dressed like wolves in white, promises to crack through the night. They point their fingers, blame the weak, and call it strength when the loudest speak. But it's alright, it's just a show. Fuck the FB. The flags that wave are stitched with pride, their colours run where through the tide. Words like freedom soaked in shame, while the cats, the poor, are the ones to blame. Their crooked smiles don't fool the rest. The comments through won't pass the test, and it's alright, we'll watch them go. Fuck the FB. They sell us fair with a gentle hand while carving scars. Zero jumps back in time. Another text. One possible start. An eyelash rests on the pillow. I'm not meant to be here. Fraser, wake up! The interval has started. The pink shirt is sticking to his pale white skin. Turns the skin cold when it sticks. No, try that again. As the sweat seeps through me, the wind sweeping in from the window on the bus is simultaneously drying the wet patch that in turn is producing tiny crystals of salt that form in white patches and lines across several patches of his black t-shirt over the small amount of flab on my torso. Deadline tomorrow. Something else happened that night. A better way to contextualise things, perhaps. Riesling's feelings of limerence of the past. Tonight we have 8 line managers, and they're all men, they're all white, they're all bald. The use of the English word strike to describe a work protest was first seen in 1768, when sailors, in support of demonstrations in London, struck or removed the top gallant of merchant ships at port, crippling the ships and rendering them useless. I was selling ice creams outside the entrance to the Royal Festival Hall during a Iggy Pop gig. I was given 36 ice creams to sell for £5 each. The recorded announcement of Ian McKennan's voice said, "The performance will start in 10 minutes. Please return to your seats." A single hair falls from his head. We interrupt what? Deadline tomorrow struck. In 1842, the demands for fair wages and conditions across many different industries finally exploded into the first modern general strike. Exploded, scratching the entire surface of your first car with a brass key used. "The performance will start in 5 minutes. Please return to your seats." "Fraser, how's it going? Have you sold any ice creams out?" 2 hairs fall from his head. Deadline tomorrow. "The performance will start in 4 minutes. Please return to your seats." He scratches his head and a clump of hair comes out. "The performance will start in 3 minutes. Please return to your seats." Assuming you know that voice. It's called a crisis. You may be familiar with it. Deadline tomorrow. Work to rule is a job action in which employees do no more than the minimum required by the rule of their contract, and precisely follow all safety of other regulations, which may cause a slowdown or decrease in productivity, because the employer did not hire enough employees or pay the appropriate salary, and as such does not have requirements needed to run at the level they desire. Actual time. Fuck, you're blushing again. "The performance will start in 2 minutes. This is my signal to return to the cash office. I've been explicitly warned by my manager not to sell any more ice cream after this time. So after Ian McKellen says, "The performance will end in 2 minutes," I have to go back to the cash office. Legislation was enacted after the aftermath of the 1919 police strikes, forbidding British police from both taking industrial action and discussing the possibility with colleagues. A spot of blood has dried on the sleeve of his shirt. The coldness of the harness they wear to support the weight of the small tubs of ice cream exasperates an already pre-existing cramp. The pain in my stomach is getting worse. A man with grey hair approaches me and asks me to buy an ice cream. It's Ian McKellen. His recorded voice speaks over his own voice. Can I have 5 ice creams, please?
What are you doing?
I'm finishing
What
the
are you
story. Finishing the story.
Don't you think these people need some explanation?
No, I wasn't doing that. I was doing it was an earlier piece.
Don't you think you owe these people an explanation? I will guide you through an explanation of the word. Repeat after me.
MacGuffin.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay, MacGuffin.
A thing number.
A thing number.
A goal.
Go.
An object.
An object.
They want it.
They want it.
Need it.
Need it.
Chase it.
Chase it.
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Not what.
Not
Never
what.
what.
Never
But
what.
why.
But why? Why?
Push. To pull.
To push.
To store.
To pull.
Forward.
Forward.
Always forward.
Always forward.
Yes.
Briefcase, yes.
Yes. A box.
A box.
Spark. A flame.
Flame.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
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 Never does.
Never does.
Never will.
Never will.
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
He said. He knew.
He-
MacGuffin.
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 Only a word.
Only a
Just
word.
a name.
Just a
Yes.
name.
A
Yes.
thing.
Thing.
Not a thing.
Not a
Everything.
thing.
And
Everything.
then he worked
He worked, yes.
in the takeoff dot.
In the take dot dot.
Yes.
Yes.
Takeoff dot.
Take dot dot.
On dot dot.
On dot dot.
Not.
An artist.
In residence.
In,
Dot dot.
in residence dot dot.
Till